So this morning's video is really about trying to inject some truth and to protect you from the propaganda and the false hopes and false information that you're going to hear today. Today we're going to hear some reports about jobs figures, and we're going to hear information that tells us that potentially, this is what we're led to believe, there was some job growth in March. And I think that you're going to see a lot of politicians running around saying, isn't this great, the economy's recovering? And I'm here to tell you that while I always want to be optimistic, the truth is that we're not being told the truth. Since the recession, we've lost 8.4 million jobs since the recession started. When we actually should have added in that period since December 2007, we should have added 2.7 million jobs. So if you add those together, the economy really is at a shortfall of 11.1 million jobs. Think about that. We should be at a point where 11.1 million jobs more exist over the course of those 2 years. So we are in a deep, deep, deep hole. And from what I've been reading and talking to experts, we're looking at an unemployment rate of very, very high unemployment rate for a long time to come, potentially several years. Now that's unacceptable. And the truth is that we can do something about this. As I've said before, I opposed the stimulus bill of $787 billion that was passed almost 2 years ago, largely because it was too small. I believe we should have invested another $1 trillion into the economy right now, because the greatest crisis we face is the deep, deep unemployment, the deep jobs crisis, the fact that most Americans are fearful of the future, and 1 in 5 Americans does not have good paying work. That is unacceptable in our country. We can still invest that money now. We have to put that money into the economy right away. If I'm elected to the United States Senator, I will push for another $1 trillion to be invested to create good jobs, to build infrastructure, to create jobs at the state level, prevent the layoffs that are happening in our state in New York and across the country. The deficit is not the problem. We should not listen to the talking heads and the insiders in Washington. The fiscal deficit is not the immediate problem. It can be solved over time. The greatest crisis we have is the jobs crisis, and the fact that too many Americans are without hope, too many Americans have no paycheck coming in, too many Americans are full of debt, too many Americans are concerned about their future. We should be investing in a tremendous amount more money, and I hope that when people really take a hard look at the jobs figures that come out today, that the conclusion will be on the part of the administration and other leaders that we need to invest another $1 trillion in the economy. That's what I'm going to fight for.